Um, First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all y'all on the highways and byways, bidding to the marriage. I wanted to get into. I'm gonna title this video, "A Divided Kingdom Cannot Stand." I think something along those lines about a divided kingdom, because this country is it's all divided up. Donald Trump's mad that he lost the election. He's saying the votes were lies and that he should have won, but the deep state or whatever didn't want him to win. All the deep state is, right, in the title of the YouTube video was, it's a shadow government that chooses presidents. Basically, he's talking, but that means if he's saying it like that, then that means you're not even supposed to be in office if you think about it, unless they chose you, isn't that right? And actually, before I get that verse, I'm gonna get national security. As the next president, Trump could disclose secrets he learned while in office. Current and former officials fear, because he could go snitching. He can just say, you know what, I don't like the way I don't like it. I should have won. I saw the demographic map of how he lost. I believe that if the elites, the deep state or whatever he called them, didn't choose Joe Biden, he would have won naturally by the votes. But since they don't like him no more because he's talking too much, you got Donald Trump not following suit with with Dr. Fauci and his medical things about the COVID-19. Donald Trump not taking it serious, the COVID-19. So like then he doesn't want to do the trials, the vaccine trials. So now that he's out of office, they're gonna be able to push forward their plan. Donald Trump was stopping. He was just playing games with the elite. Like, I don't. It's not that serious. I'm not really worried. That was him. But I'm gonna just read this article now. As President, Donald Trump selectively revealed highly classified information to attack his adversary. Gain highly classified information to attack his adversary, who gain political advantage and oppress or intimidate foreign governments, in some cases jeopardizing U.S. intelligence capabilities. As an ex-president, there's every reason to worry he will do the same, thus posing a unique national security dilemma for the Biden administration, current and former officials, analysts say. I think I gotta see more of these videos of him talking to the foreign government, since he's basically they're saying he's spilling secrets and trying to blackmail people and classified information to attack his adversaries. You know, he has his advisor Jared Kushner. I don't think he even listens to him. I personally believe Donald Trump does what he wants, and like no one could tell him nothing. He's probably got that egotistical he just this self-importance. Like he has this pride. All presidents exit the office with valuable national secrets in their heads, including the procedures for launching nuclear weapons, intelligence gathering capabilities, including assets deep inside foreign governments in the development of new and advanced weapon systems. So basically, new and advanced weapon systems. So you got those. Esau could just tell Russia and China, hey, we know what kind of nuclear missiles we're making, or these laser guns. Like he's Donald Trump, man. I wouldn't be surprised that he just walked on stage. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. America intentionally are making black people financially unstable. Like he could just go on stage say something crazy, cause he's mad. He won't let it go. He's going around keep talking about how he lost, about the deep state don't want me to win. The election was a fraud. But keep reading down. But no new president has ever had to fear that his predecessor might expose the nation's secrets as President-elect Joe Biden must, with Trump, current and former officials said. Not only does Trump have a history of disclosures, he checks the boxes of a classic counterintelligence risk. He's deeply in debt and angry at the user's government. Oh my! Oh no, that last part. He's poor and he's mad. That's basically what I heard. Oh, man. Yeah, Esau is finished. He's deeply in debt and angry at the U.S. government, particularly what he describes as the deep state conspiracy that he says tried to stop him from winning the White House in 2016, and what he falsely claims is an illegal effort to rob him of re-election. Anyone who's disgruntled, dissatisfied, or aggrieved is a risk of disclosing classified information. Whether as a current or former office holder, Trump certainly fits that profile, said David Prez, a former CIA officer and author of the President's Book of Secrets, a history of the top secret intelligence briefing that presidents and their staff members receive while in office. The White House did not respond to a request for a comment. President Trump has access to all classified information in the government and the authority to declassify and share any of it for any reason after he leaves office. He still will have access to the classified records of his administration, but the legal ability to disclose them disappears once Biden is sworn in January. So basically, they're telling that he can he can tell people right about now, till January, he can tell some information. But once it hits January, he can't do it no more. Man, I'm telling you, he's mad. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. You know, Donald Trump is a prideful guy, and he's not gonna go out without a fight. I heard he barricaded himself in the president's room. I'm like, who does that? You know, Esau, man, he really believes, that he's gonna rule forever. He's delusional, and the scripture tells us Yahushua knew their thoughts, and that they thought their houses shall continue forever. I'm gonna go down. Many concerned experts were quick to note that Trump reportedly paid scant attention during his presidential intelligence briefing and has never evinced a clear understanding of how the national security apparatus works. His ignorance may be the best counterweight to the risk he poses, they said. Acknowledge and inform. Wait, let me just. Matthew 12:25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city of house divided against itself shall not stand. So, you can't do that, as a family, right, as a whole, even in your own house, the scriptures tell us, the Lord shows us in the scripture. So, you can't go against. How are you supposed to get into a fight and you're arguing amongst yourselves, And Esau he's not even working on one accord no more. Donald Trump proving that.
Calls himself a victim of it. Unelected deep state operatives who defy the voters to push their own secret agendas.
You hear that? You should watch this video. He said the deep state is trying to push their own secret agenda. So he's basically telling you that the people in power that chosen him to be president, and that they have their own agenda and what they want to do. You know, he's telling Donald Trump did, when was this made? A year ago. He didn't go with Dr. Fauci's plan. He didn't go with Bill Gates about the vaccinations and about the seriousness of wearing a mask, because it's not real. And he's not even with their plan. He's trying to do his own plan. Like, what are you doing? Like, Donald Trump trying to bring back America. No, it's over. You should follow suit and listen to your masters. You know? But yet this deep state, you know, if I look into it right now. Hold up. I'll look up what's the deep state. Alright. Deep state. A body of people, typically influential members of government agencies or the military, believed to be involved in secret manipulation or control of government policy. The deep state and its policy are allowing extremist ideologies to flourish may be the actual issues of concern. So basically, political. So he's telling you, influential members of government agencies. So they influence the government, the media. Yeah. You think about it. Doesn't the media influence a lot of us? You know, Jake, or people in general. You know, influential members of government agencies. You know, NBC, ABC, these CNN, Fox News, all the military. So basically, he's telling you, you know, and what does the scripture says? I'm telling you, man. If he did this a year ago, right? He told you that there was a deep state and that they all had their own agenda. Imagine now that he lost and he just got into office back then, and he's already telling on them. Now he's doing it. He's gonna do it again. I'm telling you, he's gonna start snitching. He's mad. He doesn't even care no more. He's like, you know what? I don't care. I just matter. I'm not gonna come back. Okay, I'm telling everything. You know, Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Ain't no one gonna believe in Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates. As soon as if Donald Trump starts talking about what they're really about to do, it's over for their plan of world domination. You may get a couple of people vaccinated, but you're gonna have a bunch of other people fighting back. Man, people already don't want to take the market of. Everybody's already calling the market a beast. You know, so ain't no one with it. You got Edomites down in the Texas talking about we won't take the mark. I'm sitting there like, you're not even Israelites. Like, it doesn't matter if you take it or not. You're still going into slavery. You know. So you got this. You know, they shall make their own tongue. He don't care. Like, okay, I'll tell him. I'm gonna tell about their plans because he won't shut up. That's his thing. Like he won't stop talking. Like, he does too much. You know. And I think. How can you make a plans when one of your members is exposing them all? You know, you can't do it. So they had to get him out of office. I'm gonna watch more of this video.
Are truly a threat to democracy itself.
For believers, the deep state is a mysterious faction of opposition bureaucrats. In Trump's case, a shadowy cabal of Obama supporters entrenched in government, intent on bringing him down. A belief firmly held by Corey Lewandowski, Trump's former campaign manager.
He had a phone conversation with Theresa May. That phone conversation transpired in Air Force One. I believe Air Force One has a secure line of communication, particularly when he's having a conversation with a world leader.
So you think leaks are evidence of the deep state?
But no less than, of course, no less than, 30 minutes after hanging up that phone call, the media was reporting on the conversation that transpired. That should be an issue of national security.
Isn't it more about concern that the President of the United States is creating conflict with an old ally? Isn't that the reason these things are coming out? Because his behavior is troubling a lot of people?
Those are classified conversations, and the leaking of classified information is punishable by putting people in prison. Here, Mike, good morning.
I'm going to let people know.
So basically, what's happening is that you got people listening on their conversation. Obviously, you know, people. He even said the deep state is a political group that influence governments and stuff. So obviously, they're gonna be eavesdropping. You know, they got to know everything. They got to know what's their puppet doing in office. What he's saying. You know, it makes sense for them to do that. So basically, they're telling you that they have wiretap. I think they have some type of wiretaps what they leave in the rooms or cameras, and they're leaking information on their conversation that no one should know about.
I'm a true conservative. Just tell it how it is.
But right-wing media sees Robert Mueller's investigation into possible collusion with Russia as the deep state in action. Before its conclusion, Trump's supporters have already made up their
They
minds.
stand for freedom across the world. If the deep state has a hand in the Russia investigation, then you should be deeply suspicious of its conclusions. If any investigation is biased by the preferences of the people who arranged it, you should be deeply skeptical of its conclusions.
Accused architects of the deep state say Trump is using the idea to deflect all criticism. Former CIA chief Michael Hayden insists that countering Trump on issues like his travel ban does not equal deep state.
It shouldn't have come as a surprise, but it was a bad idea. It made us less safe. If you want to call pushing back against...
And he's a mule, man. Wait, I'm gonna just finish this video and get into this.
that evidence of the deep state, go ahead. But I come back to my view. Career professionals governed by the rule of law, trying to do the right thing for the country.
What concerns you? What keeps you up at night?
My greatest concern that the most destabilizing force in the world today is the United States of America. And we appear to be erratic, and we appear to be moving back away from the key tenets of our foreign and security policy.
Are you worried?
Of course I'm worried.
Trump has worked hard to delegitimize the Russia investigation that could come to define his presidency. If unfavorable, he'll likely do the same with Robert Mueller's findings. But blaming the deep state will only get him so far.
Alright, so this short video, Esau's basically telling you that there's an influential group out there that you can't see, but they influence the media, influence you, they tell you that you got this president and all this other stuff. And while you got this, Trump refused to initiate transition process. Man, now let's get up to that word transition. Oh man. Transition is a movement, passage, or change from one position to another. The word transition is often used in human service to refer to the general process of someone moving or being moved from one set of services to another. So basically, he doesn't want to move on. He's when I said mule, right? A mule. So basically, they're a stubborn animal. Donkey's a mule. Yeah, so he's a mule. He's stubborn. That's what I was saying. That he's a stubborn guy. He doesn't want to move on. And he doesn't want to let that go. I'm gonna watch this video.
It
has been more than a week since voters went to the polls, and the results, well, that depends on whom you ask and which party they belong to. Here is what we know tonight. Democrats will retain control of the House of Representatives. Control of the Senate will be determined in January in 2 runoff elections in the state of Georgia. And the White House, well, if you rely on math and the ballot count, Joe Biden will become the new president in January. If you believe the ballot count was rigged and you do not require evidence, as is the case at the moment, then you may agree with Donald Trump that he is the winner. Last Saturday, Joe Biden won enough votes to secure the presidency. Since then, President Trump has fired off hundreds of tweets falsely claiming that the Democrats stole the election. He refuses to concede that he lost. Today was the first time Trump appeared in public since losing the election. He, along with the First Lady Melania and Vice President Mike Pence, placed a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington National Cemetery. President-elect Biden and his wife Jill laid a honoring veterans at the Korean War Memorial in Philadelphia. All right, let's go to Washington now. Our Bureau Chief Enos Pohl joins me. Good evening to you, Enos. Today was the first time that Donald Trump has been seen in public since last weekend when he and the world found out that he lost the election. What has he been doing for the last week?
Right, this is the first time we saw the president in public, and actually he didn't make any statements despite just showing up at Arlington, and he has been mostly staying away from cameras, and this is kind of interesting for a president who loves the attention so much as Donald Trump does. The president has been using most of this time since election day to push false conspiracies, Brent, as you just mentioned, about voter fraud that led.
You know, I'm gonna stop it right there. Voter fraud. You know, this country is finished. Isaiah 14:12. How thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How thou cut down to ground which didst weaken the nations. So this country, after everything that's going on, it's over. You know, it's showing you that this country's finished. Esau fighting against Esau. You got Donald Trump exposing the elite. They have their own personal agenda. You know, there was a video of him saying on YouTube that there's a really rich group of people that are not really happy with me, so I have to go hide away. Like, what are you talking about? You know, he's talking about the elites, that they're really mad at him because he's not following none of their plans. You know, he doesn't want to listen about anything. You know, I'm gonna read this one more time before I end it on that. Start up another video. Isaiah 14:12. Wait, no. Matthew 12:25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So you can't be united if you guys are always against each other. You know, the scriptures tell you that if you divide against yourself, how can your house stand, or your kingdom? This kingdom is divided, and it's finished. You know, you got leftists and rightists or whatever. Donald Trump supporting Joe Biden supporters. But yeah, this country's over. The Lord is coming back. Donald Trump may even expose their secrets. You know, the scripture that goes into, you know, their own tongue shall fall upon themselves. So he already told you about the deep state and how they have their own agenda. You know, I'll end it like that. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and double honor to the elder great millstone. It's salutations to all y'all coming to house and byway. Till next time, I say shalom.